Hello friends and welcome to Pendulum Video. Today we'll be discussing daily current affairs of 23 June 2020. So let's start the session. The first news is insurance scheme announced under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana package extended to 30 September. And the period of this plan was earlier to end on 30 June 2020, but now it has been extended till 30 September 2020. The scheme provides an insurance cover of rupees 50 lakh to about 22 lakh public healthcare providers. The beneficiaries of the scheme include community health workers who have to be in direct contact and care of COVID-19 patients, that is, those who are at risk of getting affected by COVID-19. The scheme is funded through the National Disaster Response Fund. Because the COVID-19 has been declared as a national disaster, therefore the scheme will be funded through National Disaster Response Fund, which is run by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The insurance provided in this scheme will be different from any other insurance cover availed by the beneficiary. Now let's see a question related to the news. How much insurance cover will be provided to the public health care service providers of COVID-19 under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package? 20 lakh rupees, 50 lakh rupees, 30 lakh rupees and 10 lakh rupees. So comment the correct answer. So the correct answer for this is option B, that is 50 lakh rupees. Moving to the next news, approval of rupees 190 crore for augmentation of health facilities in northeastern states. Recently, it has been decided to sanction rupees 190 crore for the enhancement of health facilities in northeastern states. Development Minister of Northeastern Region, Dr. Jitendra Singh, has announced this decision during the review of COVID-19 status and health facility in aspirational districts with special focus on Northeast. And comment below that the aspirational districts were declared by which organization? Comment the correct answer. Yes, the correct answer is Niti Aayog. This fund will be used to develop infrastructure specifically for the management of infectious diseases. The concept of aspirational district is based on 49 key indicators, of which healthcare status is an important concept. Talking about northeastern states, there are 8 states which are said to be northeastern states of India. These include Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Manipur, Sikkim, Mizoram, Nagaland and Tripura. Moving to the next news. India is the 12th largest holder of US government securities at the end of April this year, worth $157.4 billion. According to recently released data from the US Treasury Department, the holding touched a record high of $177.5 billion in February 2020 compared to a drastic decrease in March. Exposure was $164.3 billion in January. After reducing the exposure to $156.5 billion in March, India increased its holding by $0.9 billion to $157.4 billion the following month. At the end of April, Japan is the largest holder of US government securities worth $1.27 trillion, followed by China at $1.21 trillion and then followed by UK at $368.5 billion. Now the question part, according to the recently released US Treasury Department data, India became the largest holder of US government securities at the end of April this year. Comment the correct answer, 6th, 7th, 9th and 12th. Yes, so the correct answer is option D, that is 12th largest holder of US government securities. Moving to the next news, International Day of Yoga is observed every year on 21st June since 2015, and it is celebrated to recognize various benefits of yoga and promote yoga as the way of life. United Nations General Assembly on 11 December 2014 adopted the resolution to mark 21 June as the International Day of Yoga, keeping in mind that the day is the longest day in Northern Hemisphere and is significant for most of the people. Yoga is an ancient practice that not only deals with the physical and mental health but also emotional and spiritual health. Yoga is a gift of India to the world. Yoga has been declared the UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage in 2016. Theme for Yoga Day 2020 is Yoga for Health, Yoga at Home, as due to COVID-19 mass gathering was not possible. Therefore, the theme has been chosen as Yoga for Health, Yoga at home. The theme for 2019 was Yoga for Climate Action. Moving to the question part, what is the theme of International Yoga Day 2020? So comment fast. The correct answer: Yoga for Health, Yoga at Home, Yoga for Nature and Climate, Yoga for Climate Action, and Yoga for Human. So the correct answer for this is option A, Yoga for Health, Yoga at Home. Next is World Music Day, or Fête de la Musique, is celebrated every year on 21st June to provide free music to all. The day is observed to honor the musicians across the world and encourage them to showcase their work to the people. On this day, free public concerts are organized in parks, streets, stations, and other public places. The day was founded in 1982 by Jacques Lang, French Minister of Culture, and Maurice Fleuret, French composer, radio producer, and festival organizer. Music is a stress buster and it helps one sleep better. And we all love music, and whenever we listen to music, we feel relaxed, as it is a stress buster, and also it is a source of entertainment, and it also helps one sleep better and reduce anxiety, and can also help fight depression. Moving to the question part, on which day is World Music Day celebrated every year? 20 June, 21 June, 22 June, 23 June. Comment the correct answer. So the correct answer is option B, that is 21 June. Nagaland State Sports Academy at Indira Gandhi Stadium, Kohima will be established as KISCE, that is Khelo India State Center of Excellence. This will give the state an opportunity to upgrade its sports facility to a national level center of excellence. Recently, the Ministry of Sports has identified state-owned sports facility in 8 states of India. These include Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Mizoram, Kerala, Telangana, Karnataka, and Odisha. So this is an important initiative of Sports Ministry, that they'll be setting up a Khelo India State Center of Excellence, and for the first phase, 8 states have been identified which own this sports facility, and that include Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Mizoram, Kerala, Telangana, Karnataka, and Odisha. And this Nagaland State Sports Academy at Indira Gandhi Stadium is one of them. Moving to the next news, Satyabhama portal launched by Ministry of Mines. Recently, Union Minister of Coal, Mines and Parliamentary Affairs Shri Prahlad Joshi has launched the Satyabhama portal. Satyabhama is Science and Technology Yojana for Atmanirbhar Bharat in Mining Advancement portal, and this has been launched for Science and Technology Program Scheme of Ministry of Mines. It is designed, developed and implemented by National Informatics Center NIC Mines Informatics Division. It is helpful in monitoring projects and utilization of funds and grants, as well as online submission of project proposals can also be done through this portal. Researchers can now submit the progress report and final technical report of the projects in electronic format in the portal. A user manual is also available on the portal, where the layered procedures for the presentation of project proposals are outlined. This portal is also integrated with Niti Aayog's NGO Darpan portal. So a question can also be asked that NGO Darpan portal is related to which organization or which institute? So it is related to Niti Aayog. Now the question part, recently which ministry has launched Satyabhama portal? Comment the correct answer. Ministry of Mines, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Home Affairs. Yes, so the correct answer is option A, that is Ministry of Mines. Moving to the next news, death of finest left arm spinner Rajendra Goyal, and Rajendra Goyal passed away. Mr. Goyal died of age-related health problems. During his fantastic career, Goyal took 750 first-class wickets, including a record 637 wickets in the Ranji Trophy. In 2012, he was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award by the BCCI. Former captain Sunil Gavaskar has dedicated a chapter in his second book titled Idols to Rajendra Goyal. So a question can also be asked from this book, that the book titled Idols has been written by who among the following? So answer will be Sunil Gavaskar. Moving to the question part, recently Rajendra Goyal passed away. Which sports did he belong to? Cricket, hockey, football and wrestling. Yes, so the correct answer is option A, that is cricket. Moving to the next news, Global Status Report on Violence Against Children 2020 has been released. This report has been commissioned by the Special Representative of World Health Organization, UNICEF, UNESCO, UN Secretary General Against Children and Violence. This first of its kind report states that 1 million children experience violence every year as countries fail to protect them. Half of the world's children each year are affected by physical, sexual or psychological violence, injuries and deaths because countries have failed to follow established strategies to protect them. This year, due to lockdown, due to COVID-19, most children were forced to live with the abuser. Now they are feeling better as the school reopens slowly. To prevent and respond to violence against children, 155 countries have put together 7 strategies called INSPIRE, in which enforcement and implementation of laws, norms and values, and providing safe environment to the children, proper parenting and care is to be given to the children, effective response to their condition, and also focusing on their education and skills. So these are the 7 strategies which have been which have been combined as INSPIRE. So moving to the question part, recently which organization has released the global status report on violence against children? World Health Organization, UNICEF, UNESCO, jointly by all of the above. So comment the correct answer. Yes, the correct answer is option D, that is this report released jointly by all of the above, that is WHO, UNICEF and UNESCO. Moving to the next news. Urjit Patel appointed as the chairman of the National Institute of Public Finance and Policy. Urjit Patel is the former governor of RBI. He will replace Vijay Lakshman Kelkar, who is the former president of NIPFP, and his term will be for 4 years. Patel resigned from the post of RBI governor in 2018 despite having 9 months left in his term. So tell me, who is the present governor of RBI? Comment below. Who is the present governor of RBI? So the correct answer is Shaktikant Das. He is the present governor of RBI. Talking about National Institute of Public Finance and Policy, NIPFP was established as an autonomous research organization by the Ministry of Finance, Planning Commission and some state governments and academics. This organization was established in 1976. Its headquarters is located in New Delhi. Now the question part, recently who has been appointed as the new chairman of National Institute of Public Finance and Policy? And the options are Urjit Patel, S. Srinivasan, Ganesh Chandra, Shashikant Rao. Comment the correct answer. Yes, the correct answer is option A, that is Urjit Patel. Moving to the next news. Hetero launches a drug called COVID-4 for COVID-19 patients. Recently, the drug maker Hetero has launched a drug called COVID-4 for the patients of COVID-19. It is a 100 mg vial which will be available as an injection. And Hetero has received the approval of Drug Controller General of India to manufacture and sell a generic version of Gilead's Remdesivir for the treatment of COVID-19 patients in the country. COVID-4 is a generic version of Remdesivir. It is being manufactured at the company's facility in Hyderabad. So, the drugs which are in use due to COVID-19 like hydroxychloroquine. Now this COVID-4, Remdesivir, dexamethasone. These drugs are very important, and also umifenovir. Such drugs are important because these drugs have been in use due to COVID-19. So question can be asked regarding these drugs, and you should know that why these drugs are used. What are the uses of these drugs? Like dexamethasone, it is an anti-inflammatory drug, and hydroxychloroquine is an anti-malarial drug. So you should know what are the uses of these drugs also. Moving to the question part, which of the following statements is correct? Recently, pharmaceutical manufacturer Hetero has launched a drug named COVID-4 for the patients of COVID-19. Second is COVID-4 is a generic version of Remdesivir. So you have to comment which statements are correct. 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, and none. Yes, so the correct answer is option C, that is both 1 and 2. Moving to the next news, China claimed the entire Galwan Valley. Recently, China has claimed the entire Galwan Valley. This includes areas that are currently on the Indian side of the line of actual control. This is seen as an extension of China's already known territorial claims in the region. China is saying that these regions lie on the Chinese side of the line of actual control. And the Chinese Foreign Ministry has said that India has built roads, bridges and other facilities in the Galwan Valley region unilaterally. China is making a new claim to the LAC in the region, for which there was a violent clash between the armies of the two countries in the region on 15 June. So in May, there was a dispute between the armies, there was a clash between the armies of the two countries at Pangong Lake. And before that, there was also a dispute in Galwan Valley, and again there was a violent clash on 15 June in the Galwan Valley. This was the worst violence on the border since 1967, in which 20 Indian soldiers were killed. And you can see the location of Galwan Valley over here, and this is the Pangong Lake. So there are three major regions for which there has been dispute between India and China. These are the Pangong Lake, the issues regarding Pangong Lake, then Galwan Valley, and also Hot Spring region, Hot Spring area. These are the three regions. And last year there was a dispute between India and China related to Doklam issue. So we can say that India and China, there have been constant engagement between the armies of the two countries due to border dispute, and the major clash is due to the building of roads, bridges and other facilities across the borders. Now the question part, the line of actual control lies between which two countries? Comment fast. The correct answer, India and Pakistan, India and China, India and Bangladesh, India and Nepal. Comment the correct answer. Yes, the correct answer is option B, that is India and China. Now tell me that line of control, LOC lies between which two countries? Which two regions? Yes, it lies between India and POK, Pakistan Occupied Kashmir. So friends, here we have covered the daily current affairs of 23 June and the related important questions. You can read these news in detail from our website pendulumedu.com. You can also read these current affairs in Hindi as well. If you like this session, please like it, share it as much as you can, and if you have any doubt, you can comment below. Also subscribe to our channel Pendulum Edu, and do not forget to press the bell icon to receive notification. You can also join us on our Telegram channel, and keep preparing well, keep following daily current affairs. All the best. Thank you.